Welcome back to Living 808, everybody. Now, it's that time of the show where we introduce you guys to Hal Wilkerson. Now, he's with Hawaii Property Advisors to give us an update on the real estate market here in the islands. Hal, welcome back to Living 808.
Thanks, Mikey. It's great to be back, sir, and it's good to talk to you.
I know. I was going to say, on behalf of all the millennials and, the younger generations that's wanting to get into, the real estate market or wanting to learn more, I'm speaking on behalf of them. So thank you for inviting me onto the set today for that.
My pleasure,
okay,
brother.
So speaking of the real estate market, let's talk about that. How is the real estate market looking here in December?
Yeah, well, it's good that you mentioned actually the millennial buyer, because I will tell you, your generation represents the largest portion of first-time buyers right now.
Really?
So that's who we're trying to speak to.
Okay.
So I am glad to hear that, and I'm hopefully that, all the millennials out there are finding our content helpful. But the real estate market in December in Hawaii is looking interesting. Let's take a look at the slide.
Okay.
So first of all, what are we seeing? Price reductions are happening, okay? We've come off of a very heavy seller's market, lower inventory, a lot of equity in the market, which has caused those prices to be higher than they normally are. For example, the average single-family home, it's down now at 1.323.
Okay.
Just 3 months ago, it was at 1.5. The average, now that's not the median, that's the average, which that's pretty high.
Right.
So that's price reductions are starting to happen. But we've talked about some of the creative lending programs that we've got in place to sort of help out with that. But the bottom line is overall what we are seeing today, price reductions are happening.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Like to hear that.
Sure. Another thing, especially for the millennials. Now, we were talking about earlier before we started the segment, the first-time homeowners and first-time home buyers. And I think at the end of it, I think we've got a question we're going to get to about that. But the other piece is the average condo price. Now, this one it's taken a huge dive between October and November. We saw a $100,000 reduction.
Wow.
Not in the median price, but in the average price. So it was at about $685, $690 in October. The average condo price for closed sales in November dropped almost $100,000.
Wow.
So that's a pretty significant number, okay? Now, we are into the holiday season, so we're gonna see a little bit of a reduction in inventory. We're gonna see a little bit of reduction in listings, but that's an indicator to me that we're starting to come back to a little more of a balance, a little more reality, and also it's going to make things a lot easier for younger generations that may not have as big of a pool of resources to tap into for them to buy that first home.
Okay,
so
okay.
That's an important one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, a lot of information, and we were talking about this earlier too, especially for, people who don't know anything about the real estate market, millennials, younger generations. It can be kind of intimidating.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of relaxing that you said that you were intimidated at first too.
I was.
But here at Hawaii Property Advisors, they make everything kind of simple and, understandable.
That's what I try and do.
Yeah.
And I also try and be like as real and as authentic as possible. Like if anybody goes on our YouTube channel, we do sort of a weekly Hawaii real estate roundup as well.
Right.
And in that, I'll go through and live stream from the MLS, and I kind of talk through how the highs, the medians, and the lows in the market, and I just sort of have organic conversations from that. And I find that it brings a lot of real value to people like yourself that may not know a lot about the real estate market. But yeah, when I first started, I remember those days well. I had no idea what does escrow mean? What is what is a closing date? I just didn't understand how all that translated to my buying a house. And so that's what we do our best to help with.
I love that. Well, speaking of conversations, a little bit earlier, you were talking about how you reached out to one of the viewers. They had a question, and their question was, should first-time homeowners buy condos or single-family homes? Now, what was the advice that you gave them?
Yeah, so that's a great question. In Hawaii, it's a very unique market. We're looking at 1.3 on an average price point for a single-family home, and that's the average single-family homes, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, okay? If you're gonna buy a property right out of the gate, that's gonna be a little bit of a reach. So $590,000 average price point is a lot easier to attain, in my opinion. And so one of the questions that I think the way that I was asking it, and you can go back onto the Facebook page and see it specifically, but it was talking about the lending instruments. And first-time home buyers have a tremendous pool of resources to get from lenders for lower down payment options. Basically, instead of doing like a 20% or 15% down, you can come in with like 5%, or sometimes even less. So there's a lot of first-time buyer options that are out there. There's also incentives that homeowners now, because of the market, are offering. We're starting to see credits from buyers or from sellers to the buyers. So there's just a lot of different things. But I want to encourage the home buyers out there in this market. Don't be intimidated to start the process, because now is the time where you can, as first-time buyers, you can actually start negotiating lower deals, better prices, because we're starting to see a shift back to the buyer. Does that help?
Yeah. Okay. And then, and speaking of help, if anybody wanted to, learn more about your guide.
Yes.
We talk about this all the time. Where can our viewers get their guide to Hawaii real estate?
One of the things that we do is we generate a guide every quarter, okay? We have fall, winter, spring, summer, and we put that guide out together on purpose for folks like yourself to learn about the process. And you can go to hpahomes.com/buyers, all right, or /sellers.
Okay.
So buyers is at /sellers, and it's got lots of great tips in there about how you should prepare yourself financially, what you should look for in a home, what are some negotiation techniques, lots of good stuff in there to help you learn about how to buy your first house.
A lot of information. By the way, I hope my friends are watching right there, because never ask me again. It's all Hal. And you guys can reach out to him. We're going to have more information on KHON2.com, including that website, if you guys have other questions. Thank you so much, Hal.
Absolutely, man. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, everybody, stay with us. We're going to have more on Living 808 when we return.